gas from a bottle of compressed helium is used to inflate an inelastic flexible balloon. Okay, originally folded, completely flat to a volume of 0.5 meter cube. Okay, they have not mentioned the volume of the bottle. Okay, but they have mentioned the volume of the balloon. The volume of the balloon is 0.5 meter cube. Okay, but initially it is folded completely, which means the initial volume is 0. If the barometer reads 760 millimeter of mercury, what is the amount of work done upon the atmosphere by the balloon? Sketch the system before and after the process. Okay, so what they have given is, they are saying that there is a bottle. Okay, so I'm not that good in drawing, but to a certain extent this looks like a bottle. Okay, okay, at the top of the bottle let's have a valve. Okay, there is a valve here, and what is attached with this bottle is a balloon. Okay, a flat balloon, nothing is there, the volume is 0. Okay, this is the initial condition. So what they have said is the maximum volume the balloon can hold is 0.5 meter cube, and they are saying the barometer reads 760 millimeter of mercury, which means the atmospheric pressure is 760 millimeter of mercury. So the 760 millimeter of mercury is the normal atmospheric pressure. Okay, so 760 millimeter of mercury is the normal atmospheric pressure. So we can also call it as, this is Hg, 1.013 bar also. Okay, you can also call it as 1.013 bar or 1 atmosphere. All these are atmospheric pressures. You can use whatever unit you are comfortable with. Okay, the usual unit is bar or Newton per meter squared, and the usual unit for volume is meter cube. Okay, so now they are asking us to sketch the system before and after the process. So this is the initial condition. Okay, so this is the initial condition, and if you want to draw the boundary for this particular system, in this case this could be the boundary of the system. Okay, so this could be the boundary of the system. You have just the bottle here. Okay, you have the bottle here, and that is the boundary of the system. Okay, that is condition number 1. So this is condition number 1. So now when you inflate the balloon, so you have to open the valve. When the valve is opened, okay, when the valve is opened, your balloon gets inflated. It is no longer flat, your balloon becomes something like this. Okay, and the maximum volume of the balloon here, so when it becomes inflated, the volume here is 0.5 meter cube. So the volume here becomes 0.5 meter cube. Okay, the volume of the balloon here is 0.5 meter cube. Okay, so now this is the process. So now if you have to add the boundary for the balloon also, then you will have a boundary here for the balloon as well. So that could be the boundary of the balloon. Okay, boundary for the balloon. So now what they are asking us to find out is what is the amount of work done upon the atmosphere by the balloon. So when you are inflating the balloon with the air in this bottle, this balloon is going to expand. So when it expands, it is going to push the surrounding air away from it. Okay, so that is the work done by the balloon on the atmosphere. Okay, so that is what they are asking us to calculate. So they want us to find out what is the work done. Okay, so now what I want you to what I want you is to identify what would be the system. Okay, so in this case there are two components. One is the bottle, the other one is the balloon. So when you are talking about the work done, you have to consider the work done in case of bottle and what is the work done in case of the balloon. Okay, so when you want to estimate the work done, we are going to estimate the work done in case of the bottle. I'll call it as BO for bottle. And we also need to estimate the work done in case of a balloon. I'll call BA for balloon. Okay. And before proceeding further, can you guys tell me what would be the work done in case of a bottle? Or can you liken it to any particular process? Like, is it a constant pressure process or a constant volume process or a constant temperature process? How would you liken the work done in case of a bottle? If any of you guys can take a guess, you can let me know.
So constant volume.
Constant volume.
Why is it a constant volume process?
So
Sir,
because the
bottle has
gas in the bottle does
fixed
not,
boundaries.
the volume does not increase, it, only the pressure is decreased when it inflates the balloon.
The volume of the bottle is not mentioned, so you say it is volume is
Yes, sir.
constant.
Boundary is fixed.
It is not audible for
Sir,
me.
maybe the boundary is fixed, therefore it's a constant volume.
Please come again.
Sir, like uh, the boundary is fixed for the bottle, sir, therefore it's a constant volume. Is it like that?
Okay, you are correct. You are correct.
Okay, sir.
Uh, to be much more to be much more open and frank, the size or the shape of the bottle is not going to change. The size and the shape of the bottle is going to remain the same. Okay, irrespective of what is the condition of air inside or outside. Okay, so nowhere they have mentioned that the bottle is flexible. Okay, so the bottle is not flexible, so the bottle is rigid, so it is going to have the same volume irrespective of what process is taking place. So we can say that the volume is retained. So if the volume is retained, okay, work done, this is a closed system. Okay, no air is entering from outside or no air is leaving to the atmosphere. It is just taking place between the bottle and the balloon. Okay, so it is a closed system. So if the volume of the bottle is not going to change, dv of bottle is going to be equal to 0. Are you guys able to follow? So volume of the bottle is constant. So volume of the bottle BO is constant. They have not mentioned what volume it is, but we know that it is constant. So the change in the volume of the bottle, that is not at all going to happen because there will not be any change in the volume of the bottle, which means dV of bottle is going to be equal to 0, which means integral PdV will also become 0. So the work done either by the bottle or on the bottle, that is going to be equal to 0. Okay. Now what about the balloon? Balloon, initially the volume was 0 and now the volume has increased. So V2 minus V1 is going to be 0.5 minus 0. So the final volume of the balloon, so let me say VBA, for your understanding I'm writing this, VBA 2 is the final state. So VBA 2 is 0.5 meter cube. Okay, so VBA tube is 0.5 meter cube. VBA 1, that is the initial state. So that is going to be equal to 0 because it was flat. There was no volume for the balloon at that particular point of time. So now the change in volume dV is 0.5 minus 0. So that is 0.5 meter cube. Okay. And P, the atmospheric pressure, they have not mentioned that the pressure is very high or there is a change in pressure or there is a difference in pressure between the atmosphere and the air inside the balloon or the air inside the bottle or the balloon. So we can assume, because nothing is mentioned, we can assume that the pressure inside and outside the bottle are same. Both are atmospheric pressures. Okay. So in such a case, your W will be simply P into dV. Okay. Okay. So it is going to be a constant pressure process. So P into dV. dV in this case is 0.5 minus 0. So pressure, we can say it is 1.013 bar. Okay, 1.013 bar. I have already told you bar, 1 bar is equal to 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter squared. So don't forget to put this 10 to the power 5 when you are writing it in Newton per meter squared. And dV, we know it is 0.5 minus 0. So that is 0.5. So that is the work done. Okay, so that is the work done. So you will get a numerical value here. Okay, and that is shown in the next slide. So the numerical value is 50.66 kilojoules. Okay, so the work done is the PdV of the bottle plus PdV of the balloon. So dV for bottle is 0. So that is why the first term becomes 0. dV for the balloon is 0.5 meter cube. Okay, so I have not mentioned 10 to the power 5. So you can mention this 10 to the power 5 and make it a habit. Okay, and the answer that you, the original answer would have been 50660 joules. Okay, the answer that you would have been that you will be getting, okay, that would be 50660 joules. And then if you just pull 3 decimal places from the left, it becomes kilojoule. Okay, make it a habit that you mention this 10 to the power 5 or 10 to the power 3 irrespective, I mean with reference to whatever unit that is being mentioned in the problem. Okay, that is very important. Don't make mistakes there. Even if you write the steps correctly, if you miss out on the units, then you will not be getting full marks. So make a note of it. Okay, and the next question is, now we have found out work done. Work done is 50.66 kilojoule. Okay, so what is the work done by the balloon on the atmosphere? Okay, so now the volume has increased. So the balloon which was flat has now increased its volume, and it is something like this. So the balloon which was flat, now it has gained volume and it has become like that. In that process, it has been pushing the surrounding atmosphere outwards, right? Which means the balloon is actually doing some work on the atmosphere. So work is done by the balloon on the atmosphere. So that is a positive. So it is work done by the system. Here the system is balloon. Okay, so this is positive. Okay, positive 50.66 kilojoule. So this is 50.66 kilojoule. So what would be the work done by the atmosphere on the balloon? So if the balloon is pushing the atmosphere in the outward direction, there will be some resistance by the atmosphere over the balloon, that the balloon should not expand, right? So whenever you have a force, there will be an opposing force. So similarly, when the balloon is doing some work on the atmosphere will be counteracting that. Okay, so the work done by the atmosphere on the balloon will be equal, but it will be opposite, which means it is minus 50.66. Okay, both are same values, but who is operating their pressure on whom, or who is doing their work on whom, that is very, very important. Okay, so hope you guys have understood this. Okay, so this is one example, a very simple example. Okay, so don't worry, I will share this slide with you. So if you have made a note of it, it is well and good. So even if you have not written, let's not waste time on it. Okay, you guys can go through the video and you can go through the slide. I'll share it with you after the class. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
if the work done by the balloon and atmosphere on each other is like 50.66 and minus 50.66, then the net will be zero now, sir. Then how come there's a volume change in the balloon?
No. I'm not saying that the work done by the balloon on the atmosphere and the work done by the atmosphere on the balloon are counteracting. See, what
Okay,
I'm
sir.
trying to tell you is Newton's third law of motion, what it tells you, every action has got
Yeah.
an equal and opposite reaction.
Opposite reaction. Yes, sir.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Like uh, for a force given, that's going to be opposite force.
Yeah, so that doesn't mean that this force is actually compensating with that force. Okay,
Okay, so
you will
then
when this force is able to overcome that force, then that object will move. Okay, so what we are telling here is the work done by the balloon is 50.66, which means okay, good, the point that you are making is good. The
okay,
work
sir.
done by the balloon on the atmosphere is 50.66, which means the work is done by the system. Okay, work output.
Okay, sir.
Okay, whereas for an atmosphere, is it work output or work input?
So therefore minus. Okay, sir.
Okay, it will be work input for the atmosphere, so we call
Yes,
it
sir.
as minus 50.66. Okay, Good, a
Okay.
good question. So the explanation that I give is not actually relevant to this particular thing. Your
Okay.
point is correct. Your point is correct. Okay, the work done by the atmosphere on the balloon is the when I mean that, what I'm saying is it is work input for the atmosphere, so it is supposed to be negative, but both of them will have the same magnitude. Okay, the magnitude is same, but the signs are different because whether it
Work
is
input
work
and
input
work
or work
output.
output, that is being signified here, or that is being represented here. Is
Okay.
the answer that I gave you convincing?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, good. So let me move on to the next problem. It is something similar to this. Okay, so when the valve of the evacuated balloon in the previous example is opened, okay, atmospheric air rushes into it. Okay, if the atmospheric pressure is 101.325 kilopascal and zero point 0.6 meter cube of air enters into the bottle, calculate the work done by air. Okay, so now what they are saying is the bottle has been evacuated. Okay, and as in the previous example is opened, atmospheric air rushes into it. Okay, so in this case, what we have here is we have a bottle, just like the previous case. We have a bottle, just like the previous case, and this bottle is initially evacuated, which means in this particular case, all the air has been evacuated. Okay, initially there is no air inside here. Okay, it is an empty space. Okay, now I just open this valve so that air rushes into this bottle, and they are saying the air that is entering in is 0.6 meter cube. Okay, because they are referring to the previous example, this air is coming from a balloon. Okay, so the volume of the balloon here is the volume of the balloon is 0.6 meter cube. The volume of the balloon is 0.6 meter cube. Okay, and the atmospheric pressure, they are saying 101.325 kilopascal, which means 101.32 into 10 to the power 3 pascal, which is once again 1.013 into 10 to the power 5 pascal, which is 1.013 bar. Okay, that is also atmospheric pressure. Okay, and they're asking us to find what is the work done by the air inside the balloon when the air rushes into the bottle, which means this 0.6 is going to become 0 in case of a balloon, and in case of the bottle you will have the volume of the bottle will not change, but the volume of the air inside the bottle will move from 0 to 0.6. Okay, so now we will be doing the same thing. So your net work in the system would be the work done in case of the bottle and the work done in case of a balloon. Work done in case of a bottle and work done in case of a balloon. So can you now tell me what will be the work done in case of a bottle for this particular example? What will be the work done in case of a bottle in this particular case? Can anyone of you guess?
So
What is
the volume of air in it changes.
yes?
First it is 0, and then when the air comes from the balloon, so the volume of air in the bottle increases.
Okay.
So there is a change in volume.
There is a change in volume. But the
Yes.
change in volume, is it for the air or is it for the bottle?
No, it's for the air in
Okay,
the
let
bottle.
me put the question in other way around, just for your understanding. Okay, what will happen in case of the balloon when 0.6 meter cube of air enters into the bottle? What will happen to the balloon?
Volume will decrease.
Volume
The
decreases,
volume
sir.
of the balloon will move from zero point 0.6 to 0. Okay,
Yes.
so that's why in the previous case we also drew the boundary. Okay, so in this case when you draw the boundary, that's why the last the for the last question One person said that there is no change in the boundary at all, which means there is no work done in case of the bottle. Okay, in this case the boundary is this, and now when the air moves from here to here, okay, the air is crossing this particular boundary, okay, and the volume becomes 0.620. Okay, so the work is crossing the boundary, whereas in this particular case the volume is still retained. There is no change in the volume of the bottle. Okay, so you should also consider the change in the volume of the closed system as well. Okay, if you take the cylinder piston arrangement, okay, we will be doing that in the next semester. As the piston moves, okay, this piston, if that is in the bottommost position, if this is the bottommost position, as it moves, the volume of the cylinder also changes, right? The volume of the cylinder, initially this is the volume of the cylinder. If the piston has moved here, then the volume will increase. If the piston moves here, then again the volume will increase, and then to the final position, then you have got the final volume. So there will be a change in the volume of the cylinder, whereas in case of this bottle, there is no change in the volume of the bottle. Because there is no change in the volume of the bottle, so volume of the bottle is constant, so change in volume will become 0. Okay, whereas for the balloon there is a decrease in volume. Okay, so but irrespective of, but with reference to the previous problem, so here also you will have pdv. For the balloon you will have pdv, so pressure into final volume minus initial volume, right? So the final volume here would be 0
Zero.
minus the initial volume is 0.6. Okay, the final volume is 0 and the initial volume is 0.6. So what you will be getting will be a negative answer, and this pressure is 1.013 bar. Okay, so you will be getting a negative value here. Okay, so this is supposed to be minus 60.8. I have missed the cursor. Did someone ask any question? So this is supposed to be a minus, you should have a minus here. Okay, this is minus 60.8 kilojoule. Okay, this is another example. Okay, a slightly different example. I took this example so that you can have an understanding that the work transfer happens in almost any kind of system. It is not just restricted to uh, the cylinder piston movement alone. We will also have a couple of problems. We will solve a number of problems in the first law of thermodynamics, and for different processes I'll tell you, or I'll show you how it is being done. But here we will have a different arrangement. Okay, a piston cylinder machine containing a fluid system has a steering device in the cylinder. Okay, so what we have here is a cylinder piston device. Okay, I'll show you the diagram. The piston is frictionless and it is held down against the fluid due to the atmospheric pressure. So what is here is the fluid. Okay, and we have fluid inside the cylinder. Okay, the steering device is turned on. So what we have here is a stirrer. Okay, I have a stirrer here. I have a stirrer here. Okay, and that is being connected to some sort of an electrical device. Okay, I have connected it to an electrical device. Okay, I'll just they are giving the diameter, which means we can use this to find the area of the piston. Okay, area of the piston is pi by 4 d squared. So for that they have given you the diameter of the piston, and then they are saying it moves out. So it is going, the piston is going to move in this direction, and how much it has moved? It has moved from here to here maybe, and that distance is given as 0.8 meter. Okay, and that distance is given as 0.8 meter. Okay, So now they are asking us to find the net work transfer. So what would be this W net, guys? Can you guys tell me what would be W net? In the previous case, it was the work done in case of the bottle plus work done in case of a balloon. In this case, what would be the net work?
So work done by cylinder and work done by
Work
piston.
done by stirrer.
Work done by cylinder and work done by?
Stirrer.
One person is saying work done by cylinder and work done by piston. Okay, what about the other guys?
Sir,
Is
yes,
there
sir.
any other answer?
I thought of like stirrer, sir.
Torque. What is the use of torque? Did someone say torque?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll
I
tell
said
you.
stirrer, sir.
Stirrer.
Yes, sir.
Work done with reference to stirrer and work done with reference to?
The cylinder.
Okay. The thing that you have to remember is, okay, the thing that you have to guys remember is this cylinder and piston together make the boundary of a system. Okay, so cylinder and piston together makes one system. So don't separate cylinder and piston. Okay, so cylinder and piston together only makes a system. So that is cylinder piston arrangement. That is one closed system. The second system is this particular steering device, which is connected to some sort of an electricity or whatever, okay, or a motor or whatever it is. Okay, so there are two systems here. One is the W in case of the cylinder piston arrangement. The other one is the W in case of a steering device. Okay, and we are very familiar with W in case of a cylinder piston device, that is PDV. You all guys know that we have our derivation for W equal to integral PDV. We took the example of the cylinder piston arrangement, so we know that it is going to be PDV. Okay, or in this case it is PV. Initially the volume is there is no change in case of the area of the piston, but the length of the piston that is going to change. So that is going to be pressure times A is the area of the piston and L is the length by which the piston has moved. And if you combine this A and L, that will give you volume of the piston or the volume of the system. Okay, so that is we are very familiar with that. Okay, so P into A into L will give you work done in case of the cylinder. Okay, what about work done in case of a steering device? What kind of work is that? It is mentioned as torque. Torque is nothing but rotary force or a rotating force. Okay, so torque is going to be T. Okay, and how do I convert it to work? I have to multiply it by 2 pi n. Okay, I have to multiply it with 2 pi n. 2 pi nt. Okay, so that is the work done in case of a steering device. Okay, so you guys, I'll give you a couple of minutes. You can substitute the values and try to get an answer for it. Okay, and you get, can any one of you tell me what answer you get approximately at least? Did you guys try, or are you guys still substituting? Okay, leave the numerical answer. I just want to get one particular point from you. Okay, can any one of you tell me what would be the sign convention for work done in case of a cylinder? So can anyone tell me what is the sign convention in case of work done with reference to cylinder?
Uh, Positive because there is a change in volume, like from lower volume to higher volume. Maybe it's like that.
Okay, it's an expansion process. So work is done by the gas on the piston. Okay, so it is work done by the system. So that is going to be a positive. That is going to be positive. Very good. That is correct. That is exactly the right answer. So that is work done by the system. So can any one of you tell me what would be the sign convention with reference to work done in case of a steering device? Is it positive or negative?
Negative, sir.
Why is it negative?
As some energy want to be drained from something to steer the device.
Energy?
For steering effect, it should be lost some energy, no, sir.
Exactly. So it is actually transferring some sort of an electrical energy to the gas or to the fluid that is inside the cylinder piston arrangement. It is transferring the energy. It is a simple example is you just lock your home and you go outside. Okay, but you have just switched on the fan and you have gone. Okay, you have closed every door and window and you have gone outside. When you return back you find that the temperature of the room, will it be hot or will it be cold? Will it be warmer or colder?
Warmer.
Why is it warmer?
Because electrical energy is converted into a form of heat energy, sir.
Because the fan has been doing some work on the air, and when it was doing some work on the air, the temperature of the air has raised, right? So
Yes,
similarly
sir.
here also the stirrer is doing some work on the air. Okay, so it is work done on the air, on the gas by the stirring device. They have said it is a fluid, so it may be either gas or a liquid. Okay, so the stirrer is doing some work on the fluid inside the cylinder, so that is work input. So here this second term will be negative because it is work input. So the first term will be positive and the second term will be negative. Okay, so let's see how the answers have turned out. Okay, so work done by the steering device is 80 kilojoule. Work done by the cylinder piston arrangement is 22.9 kilojoule. So net work transfer will be minus 80 plus 22.9. So that is minus 57.1 kilojoule. Okay. So the thing is, in thermodynamics, this is the only thing. You can't say what type of question you will get. You can get any type of question. The thing is, you should be conceptually sound. You should be able to interpret whether it is work done by the system or on the work done by the system on the surroundings, or it is work done on the system by the surroundings. So you have to check that, and you should come out with the answer as it is being expected. Okay.
So actually, the work is being done on the piston, sir.
Work is done
On the piston, right?
by whom?
By the fluid.
Yes. So that is a work output, right? It is pushing the piston. Okay. So cylinder piston arrangement is there. So the fluid is doing some work on the surroundings. Okay. So you can look here that it is work done by the cylinder piston device on the surroundings. So it is doing some work on the surroundings. So it is work output. So it is positive.
Okay. But actually, we are not considering the work done by the fluid, sir.
Work done by the fluid or work done by the cylinder piston device. In this case, we mean one and the same. Okay. See, it is not like your English class where your English terminologies are very important. Sometimes we say cylinder piston device and sometimes we say fluid. Okay, both mean one and the same here actually. In the previous example, why we, in case of the bottle, we said bottle is different from air. Why we said that is the volume of the air changes, whereas the volume of the bottle still remains the same. In this particular example, your volume of the cylinder, as this is moving from, this length is initially 0, right? I have said 0.8 meter, that was initially 0. When it is pushing, when it comes to 0.1 meter, the volume of the fluid also changes, the volume of the cylinder also changes. Okay, when it comes to 0.2, the volume of the cylinder also changes, the volume of the gas also changes. Are you able to understand? So when it comes to 0.8 meter, both the volume of the cylinder as well as volume of the fluid are same. So it is not wrong to say work done by the fluid on surroundings or work done by the cylinder piston device on surroundings. Both are same in this particular example. Whereas in the previous example, the volume of the bottle is different from volume of the air. So in that case, we said because the volume of the bottle is remaining the same, we are saying there is no work done. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. But how are we saying that in each case we should consider the fluid or working thing into consideration?
See, which is the system here? Here the system is the cylinder piston device, right?
Yes, sir.
In the previous case, the cylinder piston and the steering device. Okay, in the previous case, it was the balloon and the bottle. Okay, see here, the work is done by the fluid on the surroundings, or I can say work is done by the cylinder piston device on the surroundings. Okay, both are one and the same because the volume of the air and volume of the cylinder piston device both are one and the same. Is
Yes,
that
sir.
clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Whereas in the previous case, the volume of the bottle is different from the volume of the air. Because it is different, then we consider the system. Since the system volume doesn't change, then we say the work done in that particular case is 0.
Okay,
Is
sir.
that
But
clear?
how are we? How do we know which would be the system, sir? In the previous thing, the cylinder and the balloon. Which one should we want to consider as the system?
Cylinder is the system and balloon is the system.
And
Is it
we are
not?
not considering the air as the system.
No, air is only the working fluid, right? So in the terminologies, we talked about working fluid, right? Working fluid is different. Okay. In this case, the working fluid is some fluid that they have mentioned. In the previous case, the working fluid is air. Okay. It is the energy carrier. Okay. Whereas the system it is supposed to have some boundary, right? Okay. If you look at this, bottle is a system, balloon is a system. Okay. Just like that, we have done here also. We have considered the cylinder piston as one system and the steering device as another system. Okay. Whereas the working fluid here is some fluid. In the previous case, the working fluid is air. If what I am inferring from your question is you are asking me, sir, in this particular problem, you are saying you are not considering work done by the fluid. In the previous case, you were considering work done by the air. Is that your question?
Yes, sir.
Work done by the air also, which means, see, if in this case, I have this balloon, okay? The balloon is shrinking. Are you following me, Kaushik?
Yes, sir.
The balloon, the initial volume of the balloon is 0.6 meter cube, and the volume of air inside the balloon is also 0.6 meter
0.6.
cube. Okay, and when the balloon is shrinking, the air is entering into the bottle. Okay, here all the air has entered, so the volume of air inside the bottle is 0.6. No doubt about it, right? So what would be the volume of the balloon here when all 0.6 meter cube of air has entered into the bottle?
It would be 0.
It would be 0. What would be the volume of air inside the balloon?
There is no volume.
There is no air. There is no air, so the volume of air inside the balloon is also 0. Correct.
Yes,
So
sir.
the volume of air and the volume of balloon, they are matching. They are one and the same. Okay. So you can either say it is the work done by the air, or you can simply work done by the balloon also. Both are one and the same in this particular case. But if you take this bottle, okay, what about the initial volume of the bottle? Maybe 5 meter cube. They have not mentioned it. Just for an example, I'm saying 5 meter cube is the volume of the bottle. 0.6 meter cube of air has entered into the bottle. Is there any change in the volume of the bottle?
No, sir.
There is no change in the volume of the bottle. So is there any work done in case of the bottle? There is no change in the volume, right? So the volume of because there is no change in the volume of the bottle, in this case work done is 0. Is that in this example, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's go to the other example. Now let's come here. Initially, there was no change in length, okay, or the change in the piston didn't move, okay, the piston didn't move, okay. So the piston is initially at this particular point, okay. So no work is done, correct, because there is no change in length. The volume of the fluid here, okay, uh, or what shall we say, let's say this is initially it has moved to 0.1 meter, okay. So it is pi by 4 d squared into 0.1. That is the volume. Let's say that is the initial volume for an example, okay. That is the volume of the cylinder. Is there any doubt about it?
No, sir.
That is also the volume of the fluid, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now the volume of the fluid matches with the volume of the cylinder.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now it has moved to 0.8 meter. Now what is the change? Now what is the volume of the cylinder? Pi by 4 d squared into 0.8. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
What is the volume of the fluid?
The same.
It is also the same. Okay, so there is no change in the volume with the reference to whether I am considering the fluid or whether I am considering the cylinder. Okay, both are one and the same, just like we saw in case of a balloon. Is that clear? Okay, so that is why we say either it is, so it is okay to say whether it is work done by the fluid on the surroundings or simply say work done by the cylinder on the surroundings. Is that clear, Kaushik? Or
Yes, sir.
still
Sir,
further
for the
explanation?
example second one, sir.
Which one?
Example 2.
Example 2?
There we considered the system as the cylinder with the bottle as the system and not as the air.
See, even in this particular example, if you can look at this particular example, they have not mentioned the volume of the bottle, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, initial volume of the bottle is also 5 meter cube for an example. Okay, as the gas moves from here, from 5 meter cube of air, only 0.5 meter cube of air has filled the balloon. Okay, are you following me?
Yes, sir.
5 meter cube is the volume of the bottle. So 5 meter cube of air is inside the bottle. Okay, of that 5 meter cube of air, 0.5 meter cube of air has entered into the balloon. Is
Yes,
that clear? Okay, but is there any change in the volume of the bottle?
No.
The volume of the bottle is 5, but the volume of air inside the bottle is 4.5.
Yes, sir.
Is that clear? Okay, so which means there is only change in the there is a change in the volume of air inside it, but the volume of the bottle has not changed. The volume of the bottle still remains the same. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So if the volume of the bottle still remains the same, the volume of the system has not changed. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
So since the volume of the system did not change, so work done by that particular system is still 0. Look at the balloon. The balloon was initially having 0 meter cube, and the volume of air inside the balloon is also 0 meter cube. Okay. Now I have pumped in 0.5 meter cube of air inside the balloon, right?
Then there is an increase in volume.
Increase in volume of the balloon, also increase in volume of the air.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the system volume is changing, correct? So that can be attributed to work done by or on the system.
Okay, sir.
Okay. If you take this example once again, now you can look at the system. The system volume is changing, right? The system volume is changing from initial volume to final volume. So it is work done. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when you are considering something, you should consider the system as a whole. Okay, not the working fluid alone. So if you are considering the working fluid alone, then you will miss out the point. You have to consider the entire system. Okay.
Okay, sir.
If it is still not convincing, you can talk to me later on. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I think the time is 6. We will take one more example, and with that we will close today's session. Okay.
Sir,
And yeah.
sir, in finding the dV, we have used the area into length, no, sir?
Yes.
In the area, the diameter has been taken as 0.6, but in the length, it's 0.8, sir.
Yes.
How, sir? That I'm not able to understand.
Diameter is 0.6. Now, what is that you need to understand here? They have given the diameter of the piston is 0.6. So area of the piston would be pi by 4 d squared. So that is
Okay,
the
sir.
that
Yes,
is
sir. Got it, sir.
the piston
So the
area.
value of revolutions, sir, it is
Revolution is
per minute
yeah,
or
they have said they have given it as 10,000 revolutions. Let me check. I think it should be per second, because if it is per minute, then we should have divided by 60, right? If it is
yes, sir.
revolution per minute, it should be 2 pi nt by 60. So because it is not divided by 60, it should be 10,000 revolutions per second.
Okay, sir.
It should be. Only then the units will match. Okay. So let's move on to the next problem. Okay. By looking at the problem, most of you will think that this problem is very difficult, but it's actually very simple. I have taken this from Sontag. Okay. And I have just given the expression for it, how the expression is being derived, just to give you an idea. So don't worry, even if you're not able to follow it, just to give an example for work transfer. Okay. So consider a cylinder piston arrangement as shown. The piston is loaded with a mass MP, which means the mass of the piston is given as MP. The outside atmospheric pressure is P naught. A linear spring with a spring constant Ks. So there is one spring constant here, and it is represented as Ks. So this is your spring constant. So usually the force in case of the spring, it is represented as Ks into some distance. That is the force or the work done in case of a spring. I should not say force, work done. Work done by the spring is Ks into X. Okay, the usual representation. And a single point force F1. So there is another force acting on it. The piston traps the gas inside with a pressure P. Okay, which means there is an opposite pressure from this end by the gas, which is trapped inside this particular cylinder. So what would be the work done? That is the question. Okay. So now what you should do is, okay, this is not a very common problem, but this is such a kind of problem you can look in GATE question papers. Okay. In our usual semester question paper, you can't find such questions. But just to give you an understanding, I have taken this particular problem. So if you talk about the force that is acting in the upward direction, there is only one force that is acting, which is the pressure exerted by the gas inside the cylinder on the piston. So if we are calling it as force, then this will be pressure into area of the piston. Okay, so that is the only upward force that is acting on this piston. Okay, but if you look at the force that is acting in the downward direction, okay, one force is the atmospheric pressure. P naught is given. Okay, P naught into A. That is one downward force. The other force is the weight of the piston. See, normally when something is in the atmosphere and if it is falling down, that is the weight that is acting on the piston. So that is MP into G. Okay, mass into acceleration due to gravity. That is the weight of the piston. Okay. The other one is they have given a single point force. They have already given a force here. So that is F1. And one more thing can be the force exerted by the spring. So that is the change in the length of the spring. Okay, that could be x minus x naught. X naught is the initial length and x could be the final length. Okay, x minus x naught, how much it has pushed the piston in the downward direction. Initially they have said it is initially it was x naught, then it would have pushed it to x. Okay, so that is the force in the downward direction, and both these forces should balance. Okay, so this is what I have told you. So there was only one upward force and we had, this is the downward force. So if you equate it, this is what you will get. Okay, and what I have done is I have divided it by area. I have divided it by this particular area. So you will get a term like this: P plus P naught MP into G plus Ks into x minus x naught plus F1 divided by A. Okay, and if I further split this up to this, there will not be any change. And what I do is I multiply and divide by area and in this particular term alone. Okay, A by A squared. Both in the numerator and in the denominator, I am multiplying and dividing by area. Okay, and why do I do that? A into length will give me the volume. Okay, so I can replace it with V minus V naught. Okay, so what I have here is I have one set of terms. So I'll change the color so that you can understand. One set of term which is P naught plus MPG plus F1. This is a constant. This pressure, atmospheric pressure, is not going to change. The weight of the piston is not going, the mass of the piston is not going to change. The single point force, because it is a single point force, they are giving it a value that is also not going to change. Area of the piston is not going to change. So all these are constants, which gives you C1. Okay, and this can be written as C2, Ks by A squared. Ks by A squared can be written as C2, and I can take, if the initial volume V naught was 0, I can simply write it as V, or simply the change in volume also I can write it as V. So now I have a term P equal to C1 plus C2V, which is of the form Y equal to mx plus C. Okay, so now in the PV diagram, I have a curve, or I have an equation which is similar to a linear line. Okay, so I am seeing a line like this. So this picture also I have taken from Sontag. Okay, so you have 1, 2 as the process, and in that process it is a linear line. Okay, and I have told you, so in a PV diagram, if you want to find the area, you have to find the area under the curve. Okay, so area under the curve is this region for this particular PV diagram. Because it is of the form Y equal to mx plus C, I know that it is a linear line, so this is the area under the curve. So how to find the area under this particular curve? You can see that this is the final relation I am getting, half into P1 plus P2 into V2 minus V1. How do I get this? Okay, how do I get this is this particular picture which I have drawn here. Okay, I'll take another color so that you can understand it. Okay, so this particular picture, or this particular 4-line diagram, is similar to a trapezium. Okay, this is a trapezium where you can see this particular side A and this particular side B, they are parallel to each other. Okay, and for a trapezium with two parallel sides, the formula is A plus B divided by 2 into the height. Okay, so in this case, A plus B is the parallel side and the height will be in this particular direction. So this would be the height. Okay, so this would be the height. So A plus B by 2 into height. Okay, so A is going to be P1 and B is going to be P2, and that is why you have the first term half into P1 plus P2, and height will be V2 minus V1. So this particular line will be V2 minus V1. Okay, so that is your height. So your answer would be half of P1 plus P2 into V2 minus V1. Okay, this question you can see in some of the NPTEL courses. They would have given this formula directly, half of P1 plus P2 into V2 minus V1, and that is how we get it. Because it is the equation of a straight line, and if I find the area under the curve, it is of the shape of a trapezium. So use the formula for area of a trapezium, and you are able to get the work transfer in case of a trapezium. Is that clear, guys? Okay, I just thought this is a kind of a different problem, so I thought maybe I can share this with you. So this kind of problem you may not get in our semester question papers, but this is the kind of problem you will be getting in GATE questions. Okay, and you can see ks by a squared is the slope of this particular straight line 1 2, because if you remember in the previous slide we said your p is equal to c1 plus c2v, and c1 was p naught plus mp by mpg by a plus one more term was f1 by a, and c2 was ks by a squared. So because this c2 is similar to y equal to mx, m in the y equal to mx plus c curve, so that is the slope of this particular line. So ks by a squared is the slope of this particular line. Okay, so this is not a very generic sense. So if you have a problem, so if you have a problem like this, so if you have a problem where you have a single point force, you have a spring, and you have the weight of the piston acting over a set of gas trapped inside the cylinder, then you can apply this particular equation directly. Okay, okay, so these are a couple of examples I thought I could share under work and heat transfer.